Do you love dogs? I love dogs. I love all animals. But today I thought we'd watch some wholesome content together, although there will be a bit of a dark twist. So stick around to see what that's about. However, just know the situation overall did end fairly positively. At least it ended a lot better than it could have went. Without further ado,
Put your hand out.
so it was dumped in the wilderness. I do not know my dog breeds, so don't ask me. Usually these videos I do like, but I don't like the music. When the music comes in, I always feel like they're trying to force an emotion out of me. But to be fair, this is wholesome as shit, bro. So she was dumped by the trainer and had been roaming around in the wilderness. So he dropped her off in the wilderness. Bro, this goes to show you how loving dogs are. My gosh. That's dogs are the epitome of innocence. If I did, no pun intended. But this is cute, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty damn cute. You saw that lag reaction? The dog went for one of them to give them love, and it was like slowly building up that emotional pressure until the dog finally started to bark and to actually dog whine in happiness. That's so cute, bro. That's so wholesome. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I like that. Anyway, so very wholesome video. It ended positively. As you saw in the video, the dog was taken in by a trainer and was abandoned in the wilderness. The dog was abandoned in the worst possible place, the wilderness, where there's bears, you name it. Like, God forbid a mother bear had been walking by with her cubs, and that dog, friendly, not knowing the first thing about not everything wants to be its friend, right? May have came up to like a bear cub or a mother with no ill intentions, and then the mother bear probably freaks out and claws up this dog. Like, you don't know. An insect could have bit this dog and gave it rabies for all we know. It's like it's out in the damn wilderness. Now, I'm probably, it's not as if it's not like, the wilderness is like the forest of death from Naruto. It isn't like you're going to meet some 20-foot snake that's going to swallow you whole, right? I'm not trying to claim that. But what I am trying to say is it's still a very dangerous situation for any domesticated pet to be in because they don't have that survival instinct. And they tend to go feral after a certain while, but they just lack the training. They lack the knowledge and the skills that a feral animal would have. So they don't have that survival instinct, but the difference is they stop accepting human help. They start seeing humans as the same thing as everything else in the forest of death. So it's essentially a death sentence. It's literally a death sentence. By all means, it is a helpless animal. Anyway, now here's a bit of the dark twist, right? If we go to the comments section, right? You can see a couple people, speaking their opinions. Whoever that dog trainer is does not deserve to be one. He should be jailed. A lot of other stuff here, a lot of fluff there. But to the authorities, please track the trainer and serve justice. The trainer needs jail time. I wonder, did he get? Couldn't even remember the dog trainer should. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah. So, But here's nothing. An important factor I want to bring to you guys. Right, trainer's name is Tanner Raid of Alpha Masters. I like how this person put in quotation marks Alpha Masters, and I get why. It's because that's their brand. That's the guy's brand name, right? But they put it also in quotation marks because it's like, are you really the Alpha Master? It's like a double entendre here. I get it. Dog training, and I hope he gets everything he deserves from the internet and the judicial system. And I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to help his business out right now, too. Fuck that motherfucker. But my point is this, right? When you go to his Instagram, you get to see the lack of accountability. It's crazy. So let me show you guys this, right? When you go on to this dude's Instagram, this isn't the same dog. A couple of his stuff don't really have comments yet. But you could start to see the internet get their little punches and their jabs. Yes, I love, let's don't get me wrong, internet justice can be dangerous because a lot of times people get falsely accused of shit and bad shit happens to them, and I'm never one for that. But this is a situation where it's pretty clear who the criminal is, and you know what? Fuck him. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck his business, Sorry for not posting in a long time. Yeah, you weren't posting because you're too busy, dropping dogs off in the wilderness. As you can see, I have been very busy. Picture one, Maggie, female German Shepherd living here for life to do living life due to here issues with most people. I was a little confused. Like, what the fuck did I just read there? But and you get the point. He's given a bunch of like pictures of dogs that he's taken care of. And their situations and whereabouts and things like that, right? But here's the thing, right? Let's go on to a certain post. I believe it's this one. Just been doing my thing. It might not be that. Was this it? Let's see if this is it. Okay. My time at Hadnot Creek Kennels was awesome, and I learned a lot in my time being there. Unfortunately, due to how they decide to treat employees, I will no longer be working there. It's time for me to go off on my own and build my own reputation as a dog trainer and find the One Piece. The One Piece is real. Oh my gosh. Look at the person. They typed clown. Yes. Who the fuck would look at this guy and leave their dog with him? Shut up. That's not true. Like, you have to understand, dog abusers, chomos, if you don't know what that is basically a child you know what. So people like that, right? And I'm not saying that a guy who abuses animals and who does that to children are on the same level, but I'm just trying to like get across the point that people who do these things and prey on the defenseless like that, they could be anyone. It could be me. It could be anyone. You don't really know until you know the person and actually live with them. And even then, you sometimes don't even know. It could be anyone. So you can't say because he looks like that. It's not a good thing to judge people based off of appearance, to be real with you. So I don't know what drug you're smoking. I don't like that logic. So that's why I said to shut up with that logic, because it's just stupid to me. Well, you don't have to shut up, but my point is it's not logically consistent. It's pretty bad, and I'm sure you don't really look much better anyway. Anyway, but my point is, seriously, after seeing how you dumped so many dogs in the wild that were in your care, I'm thinking the problem just might be you and not the employee. Facts, bro. I'll tell you what probably happened, right? What likely happened was this dude very likely was working at that place. They probably had like a select bunch of dog trainers, and he probably was one of the bad ones. They found out because the internet took justice in their own hands, probably messaged his company, messaged, other people, friends, whatever. They probably messaged everybody about his behavior. And they probably were like, we don't want that heat attached to us. Bye-bye. And he didn't have the nerve to come and say what they were firing him for. You didn't take accountability, and you blamed it on the company firing you. What? Like, at bare minimum, you could have even just kept quiet and just not addressed the issue. But you have the nerve to address the issue and say that you will be working for the company. What are you smoking? No, really, what are you smoking? You're avoiding accountability. Oh my gosh. Anyway, moving on from that post, right? This, I'm pretty sure, is the dog that we saw in the video. I could be wrong, but listen, you can see in the comment section here. Oh man, yeah. You can see my little comment there. But the point is, I also want to clarify, my comment is like, don't you just love internet justice? You deserve this. You'll act macho like you don't really care, but I hope these messages also reach your family so everyone knows who you are. Now, let me also clarify what I mean by that, and I probably might even delete this comment just to reinstate it in a different way. I don't believe the family deserves hate. When I say that, I mean I hope that his family learns of his crimes. That's what I mean. Now, will they like to do anything? Absolutely not. Again, abusing animals is different than like killing someone or like abusing children or something. It's different things. That's the type of stuff that parents might disown you for. Abusing animals, not so much, sadly enough. But yeah, with this guy, that's what I mean. I don't mean the family deserves any hate. They don't. So I'm probably gonna, redo that comment over, just to clarify. I hope the family learns of your actions, not that the internet gets on his family. Because I believe in being very selective about your targets. I don't believe in just attacking everyone. Only attack those who do wrong to you. He deserves to get sued though. What is there was one of these things he was really taking account like a lack of accountability on. This shirt should say dog abandonment abuser while stealing the owner's money. Yep, exactly. I like how he doesn't, and it's true because he doesn't even respond to the comments. He just accepts them. And they just get likes. Like, he's not even responding to them, bro. But the fact that he still doesn't have his Instagram privated means he's still very likely running this business. Hey, y'all. Sorry for not posting lately. I've been super busy working with a lot of dogs. Here's a Samson German Shepherd I recently trained. He is now back home and doing great. Everywhere. Possibly bumping dogs? Well, it's crazy. And all the then there's the Instagram spam comments. Hey, DM us. But yeah, it's just nice to see the internet get a punch in where they definitely deserve one. Which one was this one? An obedience trainer. How are you going to establish obedience by dropping them in the wilderness? Gosh dang. I don't know, but you get the basic premise behind all of this, right? Or even this one, right? Sorry y'all for not posting. Just been on a grind and putting in time. These pictures are featuring my 2 dogs. You get the idea. Like, it's crazy to think that like a lot of people say like dogs are good judges of character. Let me tell you right now, I don't necessarily believe that. I believe dogs just give love unconditionally to everyone. Because this person is clearly a scumbag, and that dog was licking his face. It didn't even understand who the hell this man even was. And to be fair, some people, let me also be clear, some people are ridden with guilt when they do shit like this, and some people are just kind of like, some people do have guilt and they might leave their Instagram open because it's like they don't want to sidestep the accountability. They want people to know who they are because it's kind of like self-punishment. Some people are like that. And if he was someone who would feel remorse for his actions, I wouldn't want people to while out on him. But when you see someone lack accountability and put the blame on everyone else but them, still never addressing the situation, it's been a long-ass time, it's been more than a year by now. No accountability, still marketing his business, keeping all this stuff open because he likely still is having his business. He's just not maybe, actively doing it. But if people come out and reach to him about dog obedience, he'll probably take it in. But this is the type of guy, he needs to be in jail because this is the type of guy who, when you have someone like this, they have nothing to lose. Someone who's willing to go through actions like these, they have nothing to lose legitimately. So when you take away the nothing that they have nothing to lose, people tend to become really dark. I'm not saying he's going to become some animal killer or whatever, but this is the type of guy who, could potentially start taking place in like mass videos of him, like, as I've seen shit like this, where they start like stepping on dogs and stuff with a mask on so you can't see their identity with the voice changer. They start doing shit like that, not even because it's like a lashing out, not even because of that. It's because they have nothing to lose. It's because there's nothing to, like, the only thing that there is to do is to gain money. So how do they get money? From other depraved people with similar mindsets like him. When people have nothing to lose, they just go down that drain. They just plummet morally. So, yeah, people like him end up doing shit like that. Again, not even to lash out, just simply because it's like, how about I make money doing the thing that I'm most effective at? And clearly what he's most effective at is damaging shit. Clearly that's all he knows how to do. Yeah, people like him definitely need jail time. They definitely do. He needs to have charges pressed against him. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 500 subs. And yeah, if you want to see more content like this, just subscribe, man. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll definitely post a lot more videos consistently. Let's grow together, guys. And leave a comment down below. I'll suck a dick for free.